guys, how are you? What do we have here? It's the new Grainfather G40. I'm going to unbox it, let you know what my first impressions are before we go give it a clean and do a brew with it. So I'll get this box, this actually quite big box, down off the table and we'll do an unboxing. It's a big heavy one. First things first, I was contacted by Grainfather and I was given this unit in exchange for doing a couple of videos about it, but they're not going to actually see any of what I have to say before it goes live on my channel, and they're actually encouraging me to tell me what I think, what I like, what I don't like about it. So it's been pretty good. They're not controlling it anyway. So let's get this box open and have a look. Pretty excited. All right, so got a manual, talks about various things. We might look at that in a little bit more detail soon. Yep, if you recognise this lid, I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same lid as the G70. Cardboard packing material. Okay. Oh, gee. It's heavy. Oh, accessories box. Do that later. Okay, we got a slightly different handle to lift the mash tun out of it. This is a different one from the Grainfather G70. It's also different from the G30. And another box of goodies, I assume. All right, I think that's just about everything. Oh, no. 10 amp power plug. All right. That's the front there. Let's turn this around. Okay. There we go. This is the front. Counterflow chiller. Alrighty, so this is a smaller counterflow chiller. Looks the same size as the new G30s come with, which bit of a disappointment, I guess, but I can kind of understand why they may not include the G70 one. It could be a cost thing, but also having more of a chiller, a longer chiller, also means that you're going to have more loss in your system when you're transferring beer out of, and an extra litre when you're talking about a 60-something litre batch versus a 30-something litre batch. Maybe that's part of it as well. But it's a nice upgrade on my original G30 one. Okay, some differences here. Okay, finally they have upgraded these plates so they no longer require a seal, and they seem to fit really nicely. I'll give you a proper look in here in a minute. Yeah, really nice upgrade. Not much flex in them at all. Much thicker than the original ones in the G30. Similar to the G70 if you're used to that. And okay, malt pipe. Really shallow malt pipe. And you can see there's perforated edges all around here. They actually go all the way up here as well. Come in, show you there. Interesting. Totally forgot to mention, there's no overflow pipe. It's all done inside. So that's a departure in design as well. You can see it next to the original G30, similar in height, but a lot wider. And familiar again, I'm pretty sure this is identical or nearly identical to the G70 filter. It's got the little extra double filter from where it pulls wort into the pump, which I'll show you inside again. Again, really nice to see this. And the conical base. Oh, 2 temperature probes. Interesting. So I might use my phone actually. So inside you can see we've got 2 temperature probes by the look of it. And it looks nearly the same as what the G70 does. It's a slightly conical base with a center drawer in the middle. That looks, I'd guess, about 10 mil, which is the same as the G70. We also have exactly the same way of interfacing the counterflow chiller, which I thought was a much better idea than the original, which used to come up and over through the lid. So I think this is safer, because if you accidentally turn it on, it's not going to shoot up in your face, and it's just easier to interface. You've got your ball valve there. Let's have a look. Got the integrated sight glass, which finishes at 45 litres here. So I guess when this is full to the brim, you're probably looking at sort of 50 litres, maybe a touch more, but you don't really want to be filling it up that much. But theoretically, you could potentially do 2 21, 22 litre batches, or you could overbrew and dilute. I'll put this back in. Oh, yeah, they've upgraded the more packing. The steel on this is nice and thick. It's considerably thicker than the original G30s. So it's very similar to the G70, if not exactly the same. All right. So sorry, they've updated the feet on them. They look really sturdy now, and they actually go the whole way. Not quite sure why they cover all these vertical holes being punctured. In terms of the size of the holes, it looks like probably 1 to 2 mil at a guess. But they look like they're tack welded on. There's how many tacks? 1, 2, 3, 4 tacks each side of that, so it should be nice and strong. And yeah. This looks like a 1/2 inch cap. I believe you could attach whatever you want. I'll probably be fitting this with a ball valve, so I can drain it out and clean in place. Let's have a look at what's in these boxes. Spare parts, that's nice. Not quite sure what they are. I'm scared to open them. Feels like silicone somethings. Some fittings for the counterflow chiller. It looks like a tap reducer, and if you want to connect to a barb. This is your overflow pipe. This has got a right angle on it. The G70 didn't. It came straight out, so this is quite nice. It just pushes in. It's a bit dry, so it's a bit tight, but I'm sure if you wet that, that'll go in nicely. And then I believe this is the controller. Yep. Looks the same controller as the G70, just a single connection, which is nice. Magnetic connection there, and pushes in. It's got a little locating lug, and then it just screws in to secure it up. It looks pretty good. In my experience with the G70, I didn't have any problem with this. At the back we've got slightly different plug, so it's no longer an IEC kettle plug. It looks like the same one as what you get on the G70, but it is only a 10 amp power cable. Yeah, as it says, warning, only 10 amps. So this unit can actually be used with either a 10 amp or a 15 amp. If you want to, if you've got that available to you, you can unlock the full, I think it's 3200 watts. If you're only using the 10 amp, I believe it's 2200 or 2400 watts. Yeah, so that's really cool. I think that's about it. Let's just see if there's anything else in the manual. What I'll do, it looks like that's pretty much it. I will move this into the brewery area. I will set this up, make sure it's got the latest firmware, and connect it to my Wi-Fi, and I might fire it all up, fill it up with some water, and do a clean on it, because you know you should clean all new brewing gear. Just because it's new doesn't mean it's clean, and there's probably going to be some manufacturing oils. I mean, I can already see a little bit of gunk in there that I definitely do not want in my beer. So yeah, pretty exciting. Let us know if there's anything you want to know about this, or I should take the bottom off. I wonder what sort of pump it is actually. Alright, so this is what it looks like on the inside. You got your power, which powers the whole unit. You've got a larger pump than the G30, that's the model if you're interested. And you can see pretty thick tubing. This looks like 12 inner or so, 13 mil, and that goes out to the barb there. Okay, that's your power to the display, and there should be two sensors here. There we go, just under there you have the sensors going in. So I'm not going to take this off, but it does look like, I will ask Grainfather, it looks like that you can replace these elements potentially. There you go. Yeah, again, big thanks to Grainfather for sending me this unit to test out. Like I said, that they've provided me this unit free of charge, and in exchange for me doing a couple of videos about it and telling you what I think, and I will be doing exactly that. I will be telling you the goods, the bads, the uglies, and everything in between. But my experience with the G70, if you want to check out that review there, I was reasonably happy with that unit. And I'll be definitely looking to see if they fixed any of my minor gripes with the system. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the cleaning and the first brew with this new system. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. It really helps me out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.